Now, fresh on the heels of yesterday's autumn statement, the Prime Minister has been visiting West Yorkshire today, talking to small business owners about the government's plans for the economy.
That's right, Rishi Sunak was at Sunnybank Mills in Farsley, which is home to more than 100 small businesses, as well as a gallery and a tea room.
Our political correspondent, Charanpreet Kaur, is there now. Charanpreet, it looks like a lovely space. What reception did the Prime Minister get from the people working there?
Yeah, you're right, it is a lovely space. I mean, you can see some of the beautiful art in the gallery here. That's all done by local people in Yorkshire. There's all of this jewellery, these trinkets, these bits and bobs, all made by independent businesses. But I spoke to some of those independent business owners earlier, and what they were saying is that in the run-up to Christmas, people just don't seem to have as much money in their pockets as they normally would at this time of year. Well, Rishi Sunak was here having a cup of tea with some of those business owners earlier today, and he was keen to go through some of the headlines from the autumn statement. National insurance cut by 2%, that's one of the biggest announcements. The triple lock on pensions maintained, and welcome news for some of those business owners too, with tax relief for them too. The thing is, people I spoke to said that despite that announcement, they're still not feeling too optimistic.
It's paying the gas bill, electric bill, the food prices going up as well. I think the government is trying their best.
Although there are some good things that have come out of the budget, I think it's also going to be still a long, hard winter for a lot of people.
I just don't think that there are enough changes being made. I don't think that it really takes into consideration how difficult things are, especially with the cost of food going up so dramatically, everything and household bills.
Food prices up, costs going up, and as of January, energy price cap will be going up too, by 5%. This time last year, people had a bit of help with that through the Energy Bill Support Scheme. I asked Rishi Sunak why something like that wasn't part of the autumn statement this time round.
We know energy bills are high. Thankfully, they're a lot lower than they were last winter, but we've still got support in place for people. Pensioners, for example, are going to receive hundreds of extra pounds this winter. Those on benefits will receive hundreds of extra pounds in cost of living payments, and the national living wage is going up by record amounts. So there is significant support for people with energy bills, as well as a very significant tax cut for everyone in work kicking in at the beginning of January.
So that's what the Prime Minister had to say, Charanpreet. But will those national insurance savings be enough to make a difference to people worrying about their bills?
Well, it's true that that cut of 2% is a hefty tax cut amounting to £20 billion overall. But during the course of this Parliament, taxes have gone up by £90 billion. So many of us still paying more tax overall. And there are some suggestions that there's a regional inequality in who will be benefiting. Analysis by the IPPR shows that here in Yorkshire, people will save, on average, £214 a year. That's workers in Yorkshire. In comparison to that, in London, it's £316 a year. Are you targeting these taxes at the wealthiest and ignoring the region that you're an MP for?
No, we're targeting these tax cuts on 27 million people in work. So everyone in work is going to benefit from this tax cut. Obviously, it's going to be a function of how much they earn. But a typical person in our country who earns about £35,000 a year, that's the average worker salary, that person is going to receive a tax cut of £450 as a result of us cutting the
people in this region, though, will be looking at that discrepancy and feeling like they're being hard done by.
I think everyone in work is going to benefit from a significant tax cut. This is the biggest package of tax cuts announced in decades. It's going to help people up and down the country, and for particularly those on the lowest incomes, we're doing other things to help them too.
Well, one of those measures is an increase to the national living wage. Whether all of that will be enough to convince voters who are feeling the pinch in Yorkshire will be crucial for the next election.
Charanpreet Kaur live in Farsley for